Namaste and welcome. It is Rishi here from meditatewithrishi.com, and I help people increase their peace. All right, so in today's video, we are going to be speaking about why meditation is not helping your anxiety, okay? So obviously this video is going to be for you if you are somebody that feels anxiety, okay? You feel anxious often, and you have been doing things to try to heal from that, to rectify that, right? You have been, practicing meditation, and you may even have been practicing meditation for some time now, maybe a few months or even years, right? But still you feel like, it's not really helping. So why is this? Why is it not helping? What am I doing wrong? And what can I do instead, right? So this is what we're going to be speaking about. And before we do that, I have got a gift for you. So for my coaching clients, I have created a very cool cheat sheet. It's called the 11 Yogic Rules for Daily Peace. Okay, so they're very simple, instant peace hacks that will instantly increase the amount of peace you're feeling every single day. It's just something very nice, very cool to have, on your phone as a wallpaper. Reminders for daily peace. Okay, so if you want that, you can grab it at meditatewithrishi.com/cheat sheet. Okay, all right. So let's get into why meditation perhaps is not helping with your anxiety, okay? So first of all, we need to define anxiety, okay? So an accepted definition of anxiety is the intense and excessive and persistent worrying about life events, about future events, okay? Intense, excessive, persistent worry, persistent fear, okay? So I want to speak in very simple language, okay? From a yogic perspective, anxiety, the reason why it happens is simply, and I don't mean this in a bad way at all, but it is simply because the mind has not really been trained to remain in one place, right? So what happens is, a negative thought comes. Maybe you're looking at news, or you're looking at social media, or you could just be sitting there. A negative thought comes in the mind, and because the mind is not trained, it starts to follow that thought. And the tendency of the mind is that it follows, and eventually it creates a very big, negative story in the mind, giving rise to intense anxiety and suffering, right? So this is anxiety, okay? From a yogic perspective, it happens because the mind essentially has not been trained to stay in one place. And again, I don't mean this in a bad way. This is not your fault at all. It is simply the society that we live in. The society we live in and the lifestyle that we adopt today is detrimental to our mental health, okay? In many, many ways. And I'm going to share with you how. So why do people then come to meditation? Very simple, because meditation is the opposite of that. It is the opposite of a mind scattering. It is a centering activity. Meditation is a centering activity, meaning that we're training the mind simply to be in one place where we want it again and again and again. So for example, if you use your breath as an object of meditation, it means that you're simply training the mind to come back to the breath, Anytime a thought comes, you don't follow the thought, you come back to the breath, okay? This way the mind becomes stronger, and you are able, for the most part, to keep it where you want it to be and not have it run around like a headless chicken, okay? So the question that we're trying to answer is that you have been practicing meditation. But still it's not helping. So why is this, okay? So, people are, I don't blame them, but they're very quick to blame, meditation doesn't work for me. That's not true. That is simply not true, okay? Because it's not that meditation is not working. It's just that we have not been able to give it enough of a chance or let it build enough momentum to turn your mind from a scattered mind to a still mind. We've just not been able to give it that momentum. And why? The reason is the rest of our life, when we are not on the mat practicing, the rest of our life, even if you meditate for an hour every day, it's still like, what, less than 5% of your life? The other 95%, what are we doing? And very often, because of the modern society, because of the fast-paced lifestyles, most of the activities that we engage in are mind-scattering activities. They are mind-scattering activities, and this is where the problem lies. Meditation is not something that we should practice just on the mat. It's something, as much as possible, that we should be taking through our day, into our day, okay? So, what do I mean by this? What do I mean by mind-scattering activities? I'm going to quickly list a few things. If you are doing these things, these are mind-scattering activities, okay? Number one, watching the news. The news is negative. It is just a feeding ground for your mind to get negative stories and negative thoughts to chase, okay? Negative news is one. Another one is social media. Social media, oh my God. It is one of the worst things to scroll a feed for your mental health. Do you know why? It's not about what you're looking at. You could be looking at positive material. It is the very act of jumping from one thing to another, one thing to another, one thing to another. Do you understand? It's not, just think about it. Is it centering or is it scattering? All this different information that your mind needs to process. Right? One thing to another, one thing to another. Just new stimulation, new stimulation, new stimulation. Mind, your mind can't take it. It's not used to this. It's not built for this, essentially. And on top of that, the stuff that we're looking at is people's best portrayal of themselves. You see this person's getting married here, this person is going on holiday, everyone's so amazing. What am I doing with my life? Come on. These can be avoided. You just say, from today, I don't watch news. Done. And I'm going to limit my social media. Slowly, right? Or just delete it. The world will go on. Life is not going to end. Delete it. Who cares? Who cares what anyone's doing? Your mental health, your inner peace is the most important thing. Okay? Negative news, right? Social media, multitasking, right? We take pride in, I have back-to-back meetings. I'm so busy. Oh, I have back-to-back meetings. That is not a good thing. It means that you are running around, not giving yourself, your body, the chance to rest, the chance to recharge. It is a mind-scattering activity, having back-to-back meetings or work, right? Being too available for people. Being too available, saying yes to everything. Do you want to go for dinner here? Do you want to go out? Do you want to go to this concert? Can you come to my place? Can I speak to you? Can you help me with this? Yes. We don't want to disappoint anyone because everybody needs to like us, right? We don't want to disappoint anyone. So all of this, being too available, saying yes to everything, right? What this means is that we have not been able to create good personal boundaries. And boundaries are very important. Without boundaries, it means that anybody can enter your time, anybody can enter your space. And for your mental health, for your inner peace, this is just not good, okay? So what I would like to encourage you to do is, if you're going to take one thing from this video, is to fill your day with more mind-centering activities and less mind-scattering activities, okay? More mind-centering, less mind-scattering activities. Now, I'm not suggesting that you need to make a drastic change. I mean, if you could, that would be amazing, right? But I get it. Life doesn't work that way, right? If you are in the habit of, saying yes to people, if you are in the habit of looking at social media, if you are in the habit of, being available because you're just a nice person, then it may be difficult to change it all at once, right? It may not be possible, and that's okay. So what I'm encouraging you to do is to at least, take a bit of a turn and walk in the other direction. Slowly but surely, walk in the other direction. You know, this is something I've become really, really good at, right? In my you know, few years journey out of addiction, in my journey out of the rat race and doing what I want to do and creating a very simple life, a few things that I've, you know, been able to master are this, you know, setting boundaries with people, putting myself first and my happiness first. You know, not caring what society thinks, not caring what people think, just not caring, because it doesn't matter. It is all an illusion. People are always going to talk, no matter what you do. It doesn't matter. You being happy matters. You being peaceful matters. That's what matters. And when you can become like that, then you can show up and you can serve properly with your 100%, because you know you are the best version of you, essentially, right? So if you're at a place where you know you've decided that, okay, enough is enough, I want peace, okay, I want peace, and I want to prioritize my peace, then this is something, you know, I would love to help with, right? I offer one-to-one coaching. I've got a program called the Path to Stillness. So if you're interested in this, you're welcome to book a free chat with me, okay? But there is one thing that you need to do first, right? So obviously I can't speak to everyone. If we are going to be speaking, we need to be a really good fit for each other. So I would ask you to go to meditatewithrishi.com, just have a look at what the program is about, okay? And if it resonates with you, if it really resonates with you, and you want to have a chat, then we can have a no strings attached chat. You can book that on the website. That is it, okay? But remember, through your day, more mind centering activities and less mind scattering activities. That is all. Thank you very much for listening. Namaste.